Alright, so Lighttech has very persistently sent me another package again. So here I am unboxing it. And all three products are cubing classrooms, so, and they're all ones that I'd never ever gotten before, so I thought might as well, since, you know. And all three of them are on sale. They're for like, the 4x4 is $3 and the others are like $1 something. It's pretty insane. Anyways, so I have the MF4, and I also brought an MF4S to compare with. And then there's the Cubing Classroom Dice Cube and the 50mm Mini 3x3. I'm going to start with the 4x4 since I have another cube to compare it with. I'm really curious to see the difference between the MF4 and the MF4S, see if there actually is a like noticeable difference. From the outside, pretty much just the same. It looks maybe a little squarer. Both of them have really don't have really nice springiness to them. Like their corner cutting isn't very nice, but the feel seems to be a little nicer on the MF4. It's definitely smoother than the MF4S, and it has a bit of a nicer feeling. I'm going to do a solve on this one too. I'm not that great at 4x4, but it shouldn't take that long. Yeah, I can see that it doesn't have the same like the same springiness. I like a lot of springiness in my cubes, and unfortunately this one doesn't really have it. But the speed, it seems to have a very nice speed to it. The stickers, of course, are very good, and it's a very cheap cube. So for what you're getting, I mean, for what you're paying, you're getting a pretty good cube, you know. I'm off screen again. Sorry about that. It does seem to be a pretty silent 4x4, which is a good thing as well. But right out of the box, it has a few lockups. Nothing that bad. Other than the lack of springiness, it has a nice feel to it. And I think that's about what I have to say for this 4x4. Now I'm going to go with the Dice Cube. I think this is probably just like an MF3S. Okay. So it actually feels a little nicer than the MF3S, I think. But if we look at the mechanism real quick, if I can pop out a piece. I didn't bring any cubes to compare with for the 3x3, unfortunately. So you can see that the pieces are very, very standard looking, maybe even something like a suit long. But it has a dry feeling to it, which is pretty nice. If I can just fit this piece back in. Doesn't seem to want to go. I'm not really sure about the dice cube concept, but if you're a fan of that kind of thing, then I guess it would be nice. But it also has different colors on either side, which means that you can just solve it like a regular 3x3. So I could give this a scramble, and I don't think there's even any there's like the orientation on some of the pieces. Like I suppose the 2 and the 3 could have orientation issues. Unfortunately, I don't have a very easily recognizable orange here, so it might be hard for me to solve it. But you know, it shouldn't be that bad. I can just solve it like a regular 3x3. Man. Okay, so it definitely does make the solve slower, but I'd say that's just because of the poor recognition. It's not. It doesn't really have anything to do with the fact there's numbers on it, of course, or anything. It's taking longer than I thought it would. Whew. Must be the OLL and not a problem. So that's about what I had to say about the Dice Cube. Now I'm gonna twist this corner. Yeah, the turning is very nice, surprisingly. And although I'd say kind of like the MF4, it's not super springy. It does do cuts, but they're hard to do when they're done. Now, probably the coolest cube in this package is the Cubing Classroom Mini 3x3. It is 50mm, so it's small. Oh, wow. Right away, it feels kind of like an MF3RS, but maybe even a little better. So you can see the edge has a bit more design done to it than the Dice Cube. And from what I tried for like the 1.5 seconds in the 4 moves that he did, it seems to be a little nicer and springier. Maybe it's just because it's looser, but wow. Oh wow. Okay, see this corner cutting? And it does that without that much effort. And oh, nice stuff. Okay, wow. I'm honestly quite impressed with the performance of this cube. You can see it does corner twist relatively easily, but it's very fast. It has a good feeling to her, and it's 50 millimeters. I'm going to do a couple solves on this one. It has a smooth, like, I would say that it's kind of like a slightly blockier MF3 RS, and maybe even a little faster. Yeah. And I say that it's a bit like a blockier MF3 RS, but I'd say blockier in a good way. Like, it doesn't seem to get as much little catching, and it does deliver a smoother feeling overall. I'd say this cube would be good for OH if you have small hands, just because of the nice feel and stuff it has. But if you have large hands, then of course just stick with a normal size cube. Like, I think it's a little too small for my hands. But if my hands were smaller, then I think I might actually use this cube. I don't think I've tried any 50 millimeter cubes which have performed better. So all in all, I'm very impressed with the performance of this cube, especially that it's at a pretty ridiculously low price right now. I'm sure that it's under $2. And so this one, I'm very impressed. This one, I like it better than the MF4S, has a bit of a smoother feeling. Other than that, it's pretty much just about the same. And the dice cube, well, it's a dice cube. It feels pretty smooth, but you know, it's a dice cube. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that video. Sorry for my sniffling and my congestedness. I'm a little sick, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways, and see you next time.